Freedom. What does it mean to be truly free? My name is Sofia Tolentino, and in the novel Washington Black, we embark on a journey of freedom for young George Washington Black. The novel Washington Black by Edugyan is an adventure historical fiction. It follows the freedom story of a young black slave boy in Barbados, 1830. In his journey, he travels around the globe to places like the Arctic, Nova Scotia, and England over the time span of 1830 to 1836. Canadian author Edugyan of Guyanese descent wrote her third novel, Washington Black, published in September 2018. It received the Giller Prize in November 2018 and was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize. Like her past book, The Half-Blood Blues, Essie tells the story of minority people who haven't been highlighted much upon in history. And so, inspired by the short story, The Tichborne Claimant, she wrote this story, a journey of slavery, adventure, suspense, and freedom. Right away, we are introduced to this 11-year-old black slave boy named George Washington Black, also known as Wash, working on Faith Plantation, a sugar plantation in Barbados. Through the lens of young Wash himself, we learn about the hardships of his life, which he has come accustomed to. Little did he know, his life would change once he meets Christopher Wilde, also known as Titch, the brother to the plantation owner with a scientific nature. Titch takes Wash as his assistant for his experiment for the duration of the time on the plantation. After escaping off the plantation for mysterious reasons, Wash travels across the globe seeking for freedom. A character I took great interest in was the protagonist himself, Washington Black. As the story unfolds, we see Wash grow in his adolescent years and mature into the young man he is. At the beginning of the story, he was young and naive. As the story unfolds, he is faced by many obstacles and challenges in his life, and yet has overcome that. Wash has grown strength, courage, and many skills. He has met many people of different backstories and have learned from each of those encounters. I truly admire his character development in this novel. How strange, I thought, looking upon his sad, kind face, that this man had once been my entire world, and yet we could come to no final understanding of one another. He was a man who'd done far more than most to end the suffering of a people whose toil was the very source of his power. He had risked his own good comfort, the love of his family, his name. He had saved me very flesh, taking me away from certain death. His harm, I thought, was in not understanding that he still had the ability to cause it. After coming full circle in his journey, Wash comes face to face with the very man who has caused him life on the run. The same man whom his younger self had been so rooted and dependent on. In that moment, Wash has a moment of realization of the man's true intentions. In contrast, his younger self would have never dared to seek the truth in these intentions. This shows a great maturity in Wash and how his encounters in life changed his perspective on the man he once adored. Freedom is not only being able to escape confinement or physical restraints, but also to be free and let go of the past that holds you back. Though physically Wash escapes slavery life on the plantation, we come to understand that freedom cannot be merely measured through physicality. And through other characters in the novel, we find out that they too are in captivity to something holding them back in their life, each seeking freedom in their own way. Will Washington finally get his freedom? Who is Christopher Wilde, and what role does he play with Washington Black? You'll have to read to find out. So sit back and relax as it unfolds the truth, revealing life lessons and morals that are taught.